Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. If you don't know, this is Chunky and I'm doing a voiceover today on my cup DIY. So I use Cricut, but as you can see right now I'm drawing in Procreate. The method I use is I physically hand draw all of my stuff. So as you can see, I did the text to speech and then I had drew over the text to make my own funny text out of it. And you could do easier things like buying your own font and stuff, and just as well as buying images off the actual Cricut app. But I prefer, since I'm an artist, to draw all my images, so all my cups and everything you see on my channel, and especially like my shirts and stuff, I drew the images first. So this is me drawing, and I'm just like drawing the peaches, different shapes that I want to put on my cups. And when I'm done, you'll see me add it into the Cricut app. And for me, this is personally easier, and that way I know everything is 100% made by me. So this is just my method of doing it in this DIY. Also, a little side note, I only use the color background, as you can see, for like it matches the cup. What you'll see at the end is the final, color of the cup. But I only use it just to match up, so I know as I'm drawing what color, vinyl I would like to use, what matches up well. So it's just like a guide for me. So when you export your image, always hide your background layer, or it will be a giant square, your background / color layer, whatever it is, always hide it so it don't be a giant square on like when you go to export it. So here I'm just, once I drew out the peaches the way I wanted them, I know the video is kind of choppy because like I skipped a lot of stuff. It's hard for me to draw and record, and I was in the living room, so I wasn't at my desk, so it was a little hard to record and draw at the same time because I had one hand to draw, one hand to record, so I didn't get to show everything. But once I got the one peach the way I wanted it, or the two, as you can see here, well, I drew three, but once I got the shape I wanted, I just copied and pasted so I don't have to draw every single one over and over again. So as you see me, copying the layers, pasting it, and then rearranging it to fit around the words for the cup. This is what I did. If you're wondering the size I used for the canvas, I believe it was 6x4 I went by, just for my cups, or 9x6. One and two, I think it's 9x6. But those are the two that I usually use for my cups, because when you wrap it around, that's the closest estimate depending on your cup. So when you're measuring, measure it for your cup. So this is just how I do mine. And then I just move things around to fit and close up the gaps. Sometimes I also just fill up the page and without the words, because when I print it out, I can have extras to like place in open spots on the cup, because I do this randomly. I don't have like a certain placement for them. I just randomly place the shapes. It makes it more fun. So that's what's happening here. And always keep your stuff on separate layers. That way if you have to edit, go back and refix anything, it'll be easy. As you can see, I have a couple different layers. I keep my peaches because it's all going to be on one sheet in one layer, and then the words are the next. Once you have everything, next you will export your image and save it to your tablet like I usually do. I just save it straight to my tablet files, or just straight to like the images and photos of my tablet. Either way works. And then what you would do is, once you do that, you'll pull it into your Cricut, as I will show you in a few minutes in this video. So here I am opening my Cricut app, and as you'll see, for a few seconds This is where you could buy the images. There's a bunch up there. This was one of my old images from my last cup. If you check my channel, you'll see it. But what I do is upload once I get in Cricut, and I just upload my images. So I'll select it from my library and put it up here. I'm not gonna show all, like, because it'll show you all my pictures and stuff. There's nothing high, but I don't like to show all of my creations. Some stuff is not for my business. Some stuff is for other people that I do small commissions with other people, so I don't always show all my personal stuff. That's why it's cutting is choppy like that. So just bear with me. But yes, once you upload it, you know, you could clean it up through Cricut app. I clean it up if it needs to be, but you know, then you add it in. You add in all your images as you'll see me do. Measure it up through the Cricut app, and then name it, and then you'll be able to start printing. Here I'm just sizing it up, but like my Cricut app been glitching a lot, so when I was trying to show you how to clean it through the Cricut app, it kept going blank. That's why that one clip showed that earlier. And as you can see, I was using my pencil trying to shrink the images, but like I said, my Cricut app sometimes have like these glitches in it. I don't know why, but most of the time it don't. I don't know why I started doing it. They've been having a lot of updates where they clean it up, so you gotta try to bear with me in the video with all these glitches I'm trying to work with. Also depending on, you know, how many cups you making or how much you can fit on one Cricut sheet or however long your Cricut vinyl sheet is, you could line it up. So I did at least 3 that I could put on one little sheet. That way it's easier, or 3 on one sheet, 3 on the next. I only have 5 cups as you can see in the video, even though I have more, but the first 5 I just did 3 on one sheet, 3 on the other, and then I'll use the extra one for another cup out of a different pack. But this is just me lining up the way I do it, you know, hiding the layers so I could do the peaches next, and then I start printing it. So once I got everything measured, since I'm using a Cricut Joy, my measurements is going to be small. You can't really see the grid with the numbers too well, but as you can see, I'm trying to stay under the 4 because on mine you're going to do 5.5 for the Joy, but your image has to be 4.2 or something. But it depends on your Cricut, and you know, you just gotta measure to your liking and how you get yours to fit. I just measured it up correct. These are the cups I'm using. I get my cups from pretty much anywhere. Target has nice blank cups, honestly, so I go there and get a lot of cups too as well. Here it'll be regular Cricut vinyl. In the video you see that it says removable vinyl. That's not the vinyl that I use for cups because it's removable. And when I made this video, I did not know that's the vinyl I did, but I did have to do the cups over, and because it's removable, it's easy to peel. So I just peeled them off and redid them with permanent white vinyl. So just make sure it's permanent white vinyl and not removable vinyl. I end up having a lot of it because Target had to sell on vinyl, which is rare. So that's how I made this mistake. I just bought the vinyl and thought it was permanent. And when I read it, I thought it said permanent, but it wasn't. But as you see, once you upload it, follow the directions with Cricut because it's really simple. It'll start cutting. As you see, I have all my other Cricut vinyl sitting right here in my little Cricut workspace in the living room. And boom, this is it. This is the final. I hope you like this video. Like and comment. Subscribe. Enjoy.